Hi, this is Holly from the Sweet Simple Things, and welcome to my channel where we make healthy and nourishing recipes the whole family will love. Make sure you hit subscribe to see all the latest recipes. Today I'm going to show you how I make my homemade 100% whole wheat fresh milled pita pockets. These are pillowy soft and absolutely delicious. So I start by milling my flour. I'm using all hard white wheat for this, but red wheat is fine too. You can pretty much use them interchangeably almost all the time. And now I'm going to do the autolyze. So I'm adding my milled flour, the water, olive oil, and just a bit of honey to my mixer bowl. I'll mix these all together, and then I'm going to let that dough sit just for about a half hour or so to get a jump start on the gluten development before I add the yeast and salt and knead it. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover this and we'll let it sit, and I'll come back after a little bit here. I like to do this dough rest before adding salt and yeast because fresh milled flour especially just really benefits from having time to get a jump start on the gluten before you keep trying to work the dough. It just needs that extra time to fully absorb all the liquids. So I'm going to sprinkle instant yeast and salt on top, and then we'll knead it in with the dough hook, and then I'm just going to knead this until it's a nice, soft, smooth, supple ball of dough that takes about 10 minutes or so. Once I'm done kneading it, I'm just going to cover it and let it rise until it's doubled, about 1.5 to 2 hours or so. At that time, I'm going to get my oven ready for baking. I'm going to heat it up to 500 degrees. Pitas need to be very hot. And you can see I put an inverted baking sheet in my oven. I'm going to bake them on top of that. If you have a baking stone, that would be ideal. I don't have a baking stone because I don't know, make do with what I have, and this works well. So I'm going to divide my dough now into 12 equal balls. I like to use my food scale to help me with that. I'm doing this while the oven preheats. If you use a baking stone or a cast iron skillet or anything like that in the oven, you're going to want to make sure you give it a good amount of time to preheat, even after the oven says it's 500, because you want the skillet or the stone to be fully hot too, because that's what is going to prevent the sticking and help these get really puffy. But since I'm using a baking sheet, they don't take all that long to heat up. So once I'm done dividing these, the oven will pretty much be ready to go. I like to cut these and roll them into a ball and then stick them under a wet tea towel. That wet tea towel will keep the surface from drying out, because the thing with these is you can only bake a couple at a time, just due to the nature to how you bake them. So the surface will dry out very quickly if you don't keep them covered. So I really recommend using just a damp tea towel. Roll each one out into a circle about 6 to 7 inches in diameter or so. And then once your oven is ready, we're going to kind of throw these in on top of your baking sheet or baking stone, whatever you're using. And we're going to bake until they puff. That takes about 2 to 3 minutes on the first side. Then we'll use tongs to flip them over and just do another 1 to 2 minutes on that second side to make sure that they are fully baked. So they bake quickly. It just takes, it takes less than 5 minutes to do a set there. But that's the thing, is you can only really bake like 2 at a time. So expect the total baking time to be about a half hour or so. I'm going to show you what these look like as they bake. I'm going to put this on 8x here. It's really fun to watch them get puffy. So this is over the course of 3 minutes. and how they puff up. And these are just so fun, so perfect for holding fillings. And this recipe, they're super durable. Like you can cut them open and they don't break either. So they hold your meat or whatever you're going to stuff it with. They hold that really well too. All right, after they're done baking, we're just going to pull them out and then put them on a plate and wrap them in a towel, a dry towel, just to keep them warm and fresh while we finish baking all of them. And now you can look at how thick these got. They are a beautiful pocket inside. So when we slice the top and stuff it, it's ready to go. They're also very, very soft. These aren't like whole wheat pitas at the store that are dry and bleh. They're very soft, pillowy, delicious, perfect in flavor. So I like to stuff mine with some greens, a little bit of tzatziki, feta, tomato, and then I made some chicken shawarma to put inside. You can put whatever you want, grilled chicken, Euro meat. My husband made a chicken salad pita yesterday, like a chicken salad that we make, a high protein one with like Greek yogurt instead of mayo. He shoved that inside a pita. These are so good. They also have about 5 grams of protein per pita and 5 grams of fiber. So a great way to add more fiber and a little boost of protein to your meal. We love these. They're so good. I hope you give them a try. They're very easy to make. Pitas are not intimidating at all, and they're very rewarding. So I hope you guys enjoy.